This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the bi-weekly Nacogdoches County Stakeholder Conference call. I'm Wayne Mitchell, for those of you who don't know who I am. It's a pleasure to be back with you folks after my little hiatus down in beautiful Houston, Texas. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be with you folks here today. I'm pleased to let you know that we've got a great program here today, and this call will be recorded. It will be posted on the Chamber's YouTube website, and members of the media have been invited to participate as well. So we want to let our media folks know how much we appreciate their involvement in the program. And it's certainly great to have everybody here. It's my pleasure to introduce one of my bosses here today, and he's going to do an introduction as well. Most of you folks know Tyrone Curl, and he is the owner and operator of DMC Marketing Group. If you have not had the chance to work with Tyrone, he's one of the most creative and innovative guys I've ever had a chance to interface with. He throws ideas at me faster than I can comprehend them. And he has a great sense of what works in the world of marketing and promotion. And he's a great guy to work with aside from all of that. So with that in mind, I will turn the introduction part of the program over to my board member, Tyrone Curl. Ty, good morning, sir. Ty, you have to unmute your mic.
Acknowledging. Well, good morning, everyone. Let me say again, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be part of this call and excited to introduce an organization, Texas Agriforestry Small Farmers and Ranchers. It's a local organization with some individuals that many of you may know. The executive director is Ike Mills, Central Heights. If I understand, about a month ago, he was honored by Central Heights as an outstanding athlete. Roy Mills, which was one of my actual agriculture, and Ike is executive director. Roy Mills is the state operations and projects coordinator, and was also my ag teacher when I was at Nacogdoches High School. And Gary Scott, which is an individual who's local as well, he is the vice president of Texas Agriforestry Small Farmers and Ranchers. We're going to start off with Roy Mills, which is the state project coordinator, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about what he does. Then follow that by speaking with Gary Scott, vice president of Texas Agriculture Small Farmers and Ranchers, and then we'll have Ike Mills, the executive director. So at this point, I'll turn it over to Roy Mills.
Hello again, my name is Roy Mills. I am the coordinator of outreach program with the Texas Agriforestry Small Farmers and Ranchers. I'd like to ask you, if you know a farmer or rancher, small or large, you just need to give them a thumbs up or just tell them thank you. Small farmers and ranchers help keep the price of food and agriculture products down. We want to thank all those people in our community that are farmers and ranchers. I'm to speak this morning about the CARE program. The CARE program is Conservation and Agriculture Reach Everyone. This acronym C-A-R-E, CARE. We care about farmers and ranchers. In this conservation and agriculture reach everyone. That's we can say that's I suppose rich peoples, poor peoples, small peoples, big peoples. It just reaches everyone. And our main purpose is to increase the number of minorities and underserved farmers and ranchers to participate in farm and ranching practices. Participating in farmers and ranchers practice through the USDA is one of the programs we are working with in CARE. this program increased the visibility of your farm. It increased the practical knowledge of agriculture, knowing about agriculture products. And our organization helped to dispense information coming straight from the USDA. We are placing special interest on the historically underserved and disadvantaged farmers and ranchers. Not only, but that's one of the things that we do. Our staff, we have a staff of 5 outreach people, and we actually work in the communities with farmers and ranchers. During the last year and a half, we hadn't been able to do that simply because of the coronavirus. But we have sent out surveys, over 200 surveys reaching farmers and ranchers. And during the time of coronavirus, we reached over 250 farmers and ranchers, letting them know about the CEAP, which is coronavirus for livestock and producers. They contact the USDA office in their particular county, and they receive around $50 per head of cattle. And some people's had quite a number of cattle. That was an increase in salary that they was unexpected. Coronavirus is still preventing us from going out and making contact with farmers and ranchers. But we're still working in small group and making that happen. We in 5 counties that we have is Nacogdoches, Shelby, Cherokee County, Jasper, and Newton County. In all of these counties, we select a champion. And a champion is a respectable, I'll say, farmer or rancher that have produced products in his community, his or her community, and they will do demonstrations on their particular program. We have several things that in these outstanding champions place. We have, on one particular farm, we did a prescribed burn and consists of 40 acres here in Nacogdoches County. Last week we had a prescribed burn post meeting, which we actually saw the impact of prescribed burning in our community. This is something that's recommended by the USDA and the Texas Forest Service. We also have erosion control, tallow tree control, simple pasture demonstration, weed control, developing community gardens, and helping develop raised bed. This is some of the things that we have done in our care program. We thank you for this short time that I'm with you, and we'll turn it back over to our moderator.
Thank you. Do we have somebody else? There we go.
Here I am. I'm Gary Scott. I'm the vice chair of the board of the Texas Agriforestry Small Farmers and Ranchers. I'll be representing Mr. G.W. Neal in the board in his absence. The vision of the Texas Agriforestry Small Farmers and Ranchers is to help small farmers and ranchers become successful. Mission work includes identifying and supporting best practices in renewable energy efforts and new technology in farming and ranching operations to promote an overall sustainable environment of natural resources in underserved rural communities. This is accomplished through the following objectives. Advocacy, to advocate for small farmers and ranchers. Mentorship, recruit mentors, and connect them with underserved farmers and ranchers. This includes veterans, women, minorities, and Native Americans. Outreach, create awareness and distribute information and opportunities, provide tools, resources, and access to education and training through workshops, webinars, conferences, and summits, providing information on air property, land stewardships, healthcare, legal, and financial issues. And partners, we're going to develop local and state and national partnerships with community, businesses, and entrepreneur professionals and small farmers and ranchers. As board members, we think of ourselves as ambassadors and advocates. And together with management, we strategically communicate the organization's story and aspirations. Our vision is to help small farmers and ranchers to become successful. There's also going to be a summit, and that summit is going to be actually going to take place on Friday, June 10th. It's the 4th annual Agricultural Forestry Summit. And this is going to take place at the Nacogdoches County Exposition Center. And the theme this year is Women in Agriculture. Okay, so Ike is going to finish that up, and so I'll step aside. We thank you for your time, and good to see all of y'all this morning.
Well, while we're waiting, I'll take a moment and first of all, thank our presenters this morning on the summit. I know that my colleague Sherry Cheney Morgan and her very talented staff has had an opportunity for years to work with this group on the planning process of the summit, as has the chamber staff as well. And I've got to tell you that it coincides this year with the day before Blueberry and the same day as the Bluegrass concert in the park. Sherry, do you have anything to add about the summit?
I can just tell you that in my 5 years here, it's one of those steadfast events that we look forward to annually. It is a great economic driver that really speaks to the city and the county of Nacogdoches' backbone, which is, that agricultural aspect of it. So we are blessed to have them come and bring their event and bring those people into our community yearly.
Thank you, Sherry. Kelly, do you have anything to add? I know you're intimately involved with the planning process.
Well, I'm going to quote the marvelous Anita Scott when Anita mentioned that it's very much multicultural in the summit itself. They have speakers from different backgrounds, different cultures, different walks of life, and they're all related, to our area, our agricultural industry in some way. So it's really fascinating, even if you're not directly involved in the industry of forestry or ranching, just getting to know the people that make up our area and have impact in our area. It goes a long way in doing that. And I just think the organization itself is very special. We have them based here in Nacogdoches, yet they're offering services to a larger area of our state. So thank you guys for doing that.
Thank you. Go right ahead, Ike.
Actually, Ike is not going to be able to, we're having technical difficulties in this day and age of technology. And so I'm going to just kind of wrap up what's going on as far as the summit. This year, it's the 4th annual Agricultural Forestry Summit. And the summit theme this year is Women in Agriculture. And so we want to remember our past, sustaining the present, and planning for the future. And so it's going to be Friday again at June 10th at the Nacogdoches County Exposition Center. And actually, we're going to have some pretty powerful speakers there again this year. And we hope that we can get participation from our local people, local community. So again, thank you for your support, and thank you in advance for what happens going forward.
Well, thank you for all you folks are doing. And again, we encourage everybody to participate as well. it's a wonderful event, and equally as impressive are the people that are involved in planning the process. Having an opportunity to sit through the meetings, I can tell you that a lot of thought goes into it, and we certainly recognize the value of our agricultural community here in East Texas, and especially in Nacogdoches County. So thank you guys very much.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, this is Ike Mills. I'm having difficulties, and I certainly wanted to say a few words. and my lights is out here in where I'm located. And so if you give me about 2 minutes, I just want to just kind of say, first of all, thank everyone for the opportunity to be involved in this platform, especially Wayne Kelly there at the Chamber, who has been absolutely wonderful and fantastic in working with Texas Agriforestry, small farmers and ranchers throughout the years since our existence for the most part. And so we're excited about this summit because it's actually going to bring a lot of people in from Washington, D.C. and for other parts of the country. That's actually going to come into into Beaumont, into Nacogdoches, and actually going to have an economic impact. And one of the selling points is, like we said before, the Blueberry Festival is something that's a family oriented. And so when we talk to them about that, they obviously want to stay over and continue to be there in the great city of Nacogdoches. So, the summit is going to be great. And I think Brother Scott has talked a little bit about it for the most part. Sherry Sherrod, she's going to be a virtual speaker there at our luncheon. And so we're just excited about this opportunity. And we're excited, again, about the platform and what you have provided for us to be able to tell others about who we are, what we do, and the things that we're already involved with. So with having said that, I certainly thank everyone and appreciate the opportunity.
Any questions of Ike or any members of the team? If not, again, thank you folks, Ike and the crew, for everything you folks are doing. And we're looking forward to another outstanding event, recognizing
Yes,
our agricultural community.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, again, we'll move on with the agenda now. I don't see the city manager on the line right now, but I do see our executive director of Visit Nacogdoches, my friend and colleague, Sherry Chaney Morgan. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning, Lane. Good morning, friends. May has flown by, and we find ourselves coming up on Memorial Day weekend, which for us here at Visit Nacogdoches means our full moon summer concert series kicks off on Saturday, the 28th, and Sunday, the 29th. Yes, we have two concerts on 2 days, both days of the Memorial Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We've got Brick Street Blues opening for the Spacolis, which visited us last year. They're an 80s, 90s cover band. And then on Sunday, the 29th, we've got Joe Cuellar opening for new to us to Texas Flood, which is a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute band. And everything that we've heard about them, and we've been on their Facebook page and YouTube channel. If you close your eyes, it seems like time has suspended and Stevie Ray Vaughan is still with us and making music. So I'm really looking forward to that group coming out. Tickets are still available. We have paper tickets for sale at the Charles Bright Visitor Center. You can also purchase them on Eventbrite. If you do plan on coming, it looks like the weather's going to be great. I encourage you to buy your tickets early for a reduced price. They will go up starting at noon on Saturday. So tickets are $15 per day, and that will go up to $20 per day if you wait past noon on Saturday. So there's that. We still need volunteers for Sunday. So if you know any able-bodied people that have some service hours that they're needing to mark off quickly, that's a great way to do it. We just need help breaking down Sunday after the last concert. We've got plenty of help for Saturday. And before all of that even happens, on Friday, we will have another installment of Knack Snack Friday here on our beautiful red brick streets in historic downtown Nacogdoches. And that's really all that I have today. So thank you, everyone, for all that you do in ways big and small to help make Nacogdoches a great place to visit.
Well, thank you for all you do, Sherry, and that talented crew you got down there. We're just blessed to have you folks working so hard to keep the profile of Nacogdoches up. Any questions of Sherry? Wow, you've answered all the questions, Sherry, so thank you again. I do see that we have Misty Wilburn on board. And Misty, do you have anything to report from SFA?
Sure, just really briefly. So we have started our annual roadshow events. We have another, so we've already done the one in Houston, but we have one in Tyler that's today. And then we're going to be in Dallas with the Texas Rangers on June the 4th, and then also at an event in Dallas on June the 3rd. So if you happen to be up there next weekend, make sure you head out to the SFA day there at the game. We do have several orientations that will be coming up soon. So that does impact, of course, traffic around town and also businesses. So our first orientation is going to be June 3rd, and then we have another one June 9th and 10th. Our classes start back June the 1st. So we should be having a lot more students on campus starting next week. So that's exciting. And then, of course, we have ongoing on-campus summer events throughout the summer. Those include summer movies to the kiddos, kids theater camp productions with the School of Theater, STEM camps, and a lot of other events on campus. So if anybody has any questions about what's going on at SFA, I would be happy to either try to answer or see if I can find the answer for you.
Any questions of Misty? Well, Misty, since I've been back here, I've had the opportunity to review the video work that your talented colleagues did for the Lone Star Legislative Summit, and I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment. I hope everybody has a chance to go to their YouTube site and see those. The work you folks did was truly outstanding, and I can't wait to get it up on the local cable TV network. I think it's going to be a real wonderfully received presentation.
We were really excited that we were able to help y'all out.
Well done. Thank you. And I hope you convey that to Graham and your colleagues.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. I don't see the city manager on the line, so we'll move on. Pleased to see that we have Erin Wyndham with us today, our chair of the Chamber's Education Committee, but she's also with the Nacogdoches Independent School District and setting them afire. Good morning, Erin.
Hi, good morning. We're winding down. I know you know a lot of districts have finished up, but we are graduating our folks on Friday and our seniors, and a lot of end of year wonderful celebrations. I would like to report that our seniors brought in a record number of scholarships totaling over $6 million. We've never had that much. So the high school is really excited. It was a great celebration, and kids are going all over the place from NHS. It's super exciting to see. And before you know it, we'll be gearing up for convocation in a couple of months and starting this whole circus over again.
Fantastic. Any questions of Erin? Erin, I know in your dual capacity as chair of the Chamber's Education Committee, you made a few awards for scholarships, right?
That's right. We had lots of Noble Scholarship recipients here in the district, and I was able to go to Central Heights also to present theirs. I think we had a record number of applicants for Noble Scholarships for our kiddos in the county to go to SFA. I think 40 applicants. I don't know that we've had that many before. So it's really exciting to see numbers grow for local involvement and kids staying local to go to our SFA.
And my understanding is you awarded 17 scholarships to students with the intent of going to Stephen F. Austin State University.
Well, I like your information. It sounds quite accurate to me.
Congratulations on you and the committee. You're doing a great job on that.
Thank you. Also, you'll be seeing around, I'm sure, releases of this information, that information. We've got brand new leadership going into our new campuses. So we'll be welcoming some new principals to the district and over here to town. So be on the lookout for that information.
That's great. Well, thank you, Aaron. Kelly, Augustine, do you have anything to report on leadership in Nacogdoches?
Well, yes, that program has started off with applications available. There's an online link at nacogdoches.org in the Leadership Nacogdoches page. We have great candidates already waiting in line to get started. They seem like an eager bunch, but we're going to continue to take applications through mid-July, and the class will begin meeting coming up in August. So I want to do a shout out to Sherry Cheney Morgan. Thank her for her service she does for the program as Leadership Nacogdoches Alumni Chair. I know she will be helping out with planning the reception. So everyone on this call or anyone in our community or beyond that is LN alumni, please be looking for more information coming up event in August, right? Sherry, I see her nodding her head. She's so excited. So we're happy to have this starting back up in Nacogdoches. It's a fantastic program, develops leadership in our community, and it's going to be a good deal. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you.
Charlotte, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention Charlotte Ashcraft as our Leadership Nacogdoches program co-chair, along with Paul Smith III.
That program continues to thrive, and it's great to have so many prospects of people interested. Kenny Rena, it's great to have you, and we thank Burke for the sponsorship of the call. And anything going on at Burke we should know about?
Well, yes, a couple of things. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're just trying to encourage folks to take some time to make sure they're taking care of themselves. You know, we don't always do that. We tend to put our jobs and all the things that we have to do and other people in front of ourselves. So we encourage you to take time to take care of yourself and to take care of others. If others do need to be looked out for, you know, you might recognize some signs. I'll share a few signs of mental illness since we have some time. You know, you might have, and I've talked about this to y'all before, but some folks may not have heard my presentation before, but you know, it's sudden signs, you know, kind of all of a sudden last couple of weeks, or all of a sudden it's different, a personality change, some anxiety, anger, or moodiness, maybe social withdrawal or isolation when somebody wasn't previously socially withdrawn, you know, they're all of a sudden had that change. A risky behavior or lack of self-care, you know, just not taking care of themselves, you know, with their presentation, or, you know, normally they do, and all of a sudden they aren't. Hopelessness or feeling overwhelmed is a big one, you know, when folks are saying they're overwhelmed or saying they can't handle it anymore, or they don't know what to do. Reach out to those people. You know, I've heard some really good speakers, and I've shared one guy's story recently on our Facebook page. Kevin Hines is actually a survivor of a jump from the Golden Gate Bridge. He has a phenomenal story where as soon, you know, it was voices in his head that told him to jump, but along the way, he was kind of negotiating with himself. If someone stops and asks me how I'm doing or what's wrong, I'll talk to them, you know, but no one did. No one reached out to him. And he jumped, and as soon as he jumped, he knew it was a mistake. But he ended up being injured and okay. It's an amazing story, and he's gone on to really share a lot about mental health awareness and suicide awareness, and being there for other people. And so that's something. It's okay to ask. It's okay to ask if someone's thinking about hurting themselves or thinking about suicide. It doesn't make someone do it. And it's okay to, you know, that's the thing, is I think sometimes we're too fast and too involved in our worlds to reach out to other people and to talk to them. The other thing is Burke's here for you. We're here to help. We are part of that system. You know, we do provide, mental health is about 80% of what we do. We do provide psychiatric services and case management, counseling, and even some skill development, work with with families, work with a lot of youth, a lot of young people. We provide adult and children's services. For cost, we have we do take insurance, we take private pay, but we have a sliding scale for individuals that aren't able to pay, and we have some state programs that we're able to help them get into. But our crisis hotline, and this is handy, I always tell people to put this in your cell phone because you never know when you might need it. Our crisis hotline is 1-800-392-8343. And it's at the top of our website and our Facebook page. It's always handy. But, that's available for folks that they have a loved one or themselves that may be at a point where they don't know what to do. They're overwhelmed and thinking about things being a danger to themselves or to others. And then just our general intake for mental health is 936-634-5010. And that gets you into any of our intake facilities, whether it's Nacogdoches, Lufkin, or Livingston. We also have clinics in Crockett, Jasper, Woodville, trying to think what else, Cold Spring, Center, St. Augustine. And some of those clinics may not be fully staffed every day, but they do have services available there. But thanks for letting me have some time. Also, our Mission Possible conference is coming up. We usually have this in March, but we delayed it a bit to have a less chance of, too much COVID going on. And so we're having this in June. It's June 29, and it's a regional mental health awareness conference. It's mostly continuing education for social workers, for counselors, but if any of these entities like the school district might, or our local hospitals, have counselors and social workers that work there that need some continuing education. We also have nursing credit available. And this is a Burke planned conference with the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Council with Russ State Hospital. Let's see, Alzheimer's Association works with us. So it's a really collaborative event. It's June 29th, it'll be in Lufkin. But at the Civic Center, and all that information can be found at myburke.org, and we have our Mission Possible page for that. But thanks so much for a little bit of time, and I hope y'all are having a great month so far.
Well, thank you, Kenny, for that update. And I was aware that it was Mental Health Month. I got to tell you, on a personal level, I was surprised after my recent surgery, the emphasis that my doctors, my surgeon and my cardiologist put on the potential for depression, and how they emphasize and said watch for the signs of it. And it's very common apparently when people go through a life-changing incident like that. And do you see some of that in your facility?
Well, I think any life-changing event, whether it is, a major surgery or a marriage, a divorce, graduations, all kinds of event, changing jobs, all kinds of things can trigger instances, and so that is something that is kind of seen. There's risk factors or things that increase your stress, and increased stress can affect, and even just upbringing, and children that live in homes that are maybe more chaotic, may have harder times. But, there's a lot of things, and different medications can affect it too, affect your mood. It's something, loved ones, sometimes it's hard being a caregiver too. As a caregiver, you can not always take care of yourself and get overtired, and you're taking care of that other person, so mental health is definitely, it's more talked about than it used to be, so that's a very good thing. It's a very good thing, but then it's also can be overlooked, and it's not treated, or people don't seek outside treatment, and sometimes they may, just talk to friends and that sort of thing. So sometimes you do have to figure out when you do need assistance from a professional.
Well, thank you, Kenny. And it's interesting. I've known some of my friends and colleagues that had wonderful things happen in their life, and they went and they struggled with it so much psychologically, even great things like weddings and promotions and things like that. So we all have to be on guard against the good things and bad things that influence our mental health. So I think that, and we're blessed to have you and Burke staff here available to us in East Texas to help us navigate those difficult challenges. Well, we've got a few minutes here. Any other announcements or any other comments that anybody would care to make online? Well, if not, first of all, I want to thank everybody. It was great to see our friend Nolan Smith from Encore on board here today. I know that they're standing ready with the storms expected for tomorrow to keep the power on and keep us all safe, and they just do an outstanding job. And I'm confident that they're prepared for whatever could happen tomorrow. I thank everybody for taking the opportunity to join us today. Just a couple of quick hits. Don't forget that the Texas Blueberry Festival will take place on June 11th here in Nacogdoches. We've got some exciting things planned, starting with pickleball and things like that. We also have the Bluegrass concert in the park, which will be the night preceding on June 10th. And of course, the summit. The Texas Agriculture and Small Farmers will be putting together the annual Agricultural Forestry Summit on the 10th as well. Just a whole bunch of fun things going on here in the next couple of weeks, and we hope you'll join us. Again, thank everybody for joining us here today, and have a great week.